most of my heavy discomfort was coming from pushing the discomfort away, not creating a relationship with it, resisting it, distracting it, stuffing it down, whatever it was that I did. So my perspective, yes, I'm going to have some discomfort today, but it's really my majority of my discomfort was pushing the discomfort, resisting the discomfort. Hi, guys. We are your hosts, Lori.
And Shanice, certified spiritual life coaches, and we're so glad you're here. Welcome to our series, The Shifts in Perspective That Changed Everything, a series here on Branching In where we talk about our life-changing pivotal moments.
Yes, and we'd also love it if you take a moment to just like and subscribe. It means a lot to us to have your support as we continue to spread more self-awareness. And this is part 3, Shanice. Today, we're going to discuss the pivotal moment when we came to understand how important it is to get comfortable with the uncomfortable.
Yes, so excited for this one, Lori.
Yes. So, Shanice, how did you come to learn that the only way to get through uncomfortable moments is to get comfortable with them?
Yes. So I had this catalyst that happened in 2021 where I experienced conflict with a friend that could not be resolved. And that was just so uncomfortable for me because I'd never had that happen before. And there was just like no escaping it. There was nothing that I could do. So I had no choice but to find a way to accept the end of the relationship, which meant accepting that discomfort. And it plagued me for months. It was such a hard thing to accept. It kind of catapulted me to like all of these other things on my journey, but that was definitely the beginning of the end. And yeah, I just had to let it be. I had to let it go and I had to work through the discomfort. It was really freaking hard, man. But that was what really got me on that path of getting comfortable with the uncomfortable.
Yeah, because it was uncomfortable. It would have been uncomfortable either way, but it was more like, so if you chose to stay, you would be uncomfortable and you were willing to take, you know what I mean? Like that pain was like
It was a
absolute.
known uncomfortable. That was the difference. That was a uncomfortable I was so familiar with. I
Yeah.
could eat that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that kind of discomfort, like staying in something that I know wasn't really serving me, but it was like, oh, that was how I lived my life. But this, not being able to resolve something, oh, Jesus, that was a whole nother level of discomfort that I'd
Discomfort.
never felt and that
Yeah.
I had to just accept. And there was nothing I could do. Like,
Yeah.
damn,
The
okay.
only way that was through, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. So yeah, for me, Shanice, so many experiences I've had with discomfort, but when I think for me, when I really realized that I have to stay in this uncomfortable place to get through it was when my husband passed away because it was the most uncomfortable place I've ever experienced. And I actually I had no choice because I could not bring him back. So it's
Yeah.
like couldn't go back to anything. I had to just be in that space. And that's when I fully realized how I'm going to have to sit in this uncomfortable place. There's
Yeah.
nowhere to go, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what can you do? He's
Yeah.
gone. So you have literally no choice but to just accept the discomfort
No.
and sit with it.
And
Yeah.
even then, it's like we do have a choice. You know, we do have a choice that we don't have to accept the discomfort. I mean, yeah, he wasn't coming back. I didn't have a choice about that. But I really emotionalized that the resistance to the discomfort was causing me so much more discomfort. It was the resistance. Wasn't, yes, the uncomfortable was there, but it was making it so much more uncomfortable by trying not to feel discomfortable.
Oh my, thank you for bringing that up. Because yes, I also noticed that in my case is so much of my pain was because I didn't want to accept that my friendship, this
Yeah.
friendship that I held so near and dear to my heart was over. I didn't want to accept that. And so I was like so resistant to that, which just added so much more pain and
Yeah.
discomfort to the uncomfortableness that I was already feeling.
Because it's like we always have a choice, right? So it's like so it's like, 'cause otherwise, why did it take us this long to get to this perspective? So we because we're always going to be in uncomfortable spots from here to there. It's life, right? But choosing and looking at it differently, that perspective shift, that's really what we're talking about, that we've really become to emotionalize, is to get comfortable with the uncomfortable, and it is a choice. And yeah, so let's get into that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was really when I started doing my inner work that I realized there's no way around the discomfort but through it. Just allowing myself to accept it and be with it long enough for it to teach me what it was there to teach me, which in my case was just allowing the friendship to end, allowing myself to let it go, and to appreciate the years that I did have it, and like shifting my focus to the new things that I wanted to bring into my life, to the new kind of relationships that I wanted to experience. But that took a while. It took a while of me really being in that discomfort before I was able to start accepting and flowing.
Oh yeah, this things that we're talking about today are things that this didn't just happen today.
Mhm.
Yes, it's definitely took a bit, and I know both of us were really not taught to feel our feelings. So
Yeah.
that's a huge part in this, being able to sit in the discomfort, cuz that sitting in uncomfortable feelings.
And it's not just discomfort. Like, the discomfort is almost like an arrow pointing you to all the other emotions that are wanting to be felt that
Yeah.
have been repressed. I found that to be the case when I finally allowed myself to sit with the discomfort. There was like grief and there was like all of these other things that then I had to allow myself to feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get into that. What was our relationship to discomfort before getting comfortable with the uncomfortable? What was our relationship to discomfort? And for me, Shanice, it was bad. I literally judged it. I had a label on it, and it's bad.
Yeah, it's
So
the
why
enemy.
would I want to be in bad? Right?
Yeah, yeah, push it away. No, that's yeah. No, exactly. It was, I didn't even realize that discomfort was valuable, you know? All I saw it was as a negative emotion that I didn't want to feel ever,
Yeah,
if
exactly.
I could help it.
Yeah, when our normal response when you walk up to somebody, "How you doing?" And you know what I mean? You're not gonna say, "Bad."
Yeah.
And then if you did, they would be like, "Oh my god," could make it a bad thing,
Mhm.
right? So, bad is bad. So, we try to, like, keep that, at bay, because it's so judged and it's not accepted in the
Yeah.
world. It's really an unaccepted feeling, of uncomfortable. We are just like, "Oh, you're uncomfortable? Oh my god, what can I do to make you comfortable?" So, it's bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would do anything to not be uncomfortable. Like, I would completely run away from the discomfort, distract myself completely, because that was just like I wasn't taught how to sit with discomfort, how to,
Yeah.
like, bear it, you
No.
know? It felt like this unbearable thing that I had to keep away at all costs.
Yeah, because yeah, like you said, you weren't taught to sit with discomfort, because literally, I know when I was younger, if I was uncomfortable, either I'd be like, "What's wrong with you? Why are you uncomfortable?" So
Or
it
let
was
me
like, "What's that?"
or let me fix it.
Oh, yeah, or let me fix it, right. So we never had the opportunity to get a relationship or work with that discomfort, really, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Um,
for sure.
so yeah, and I'm with you, Shanice. I would run away, distract myself, literally keep busy, get
Mhm.
involved in other people's business, or just, do you know what I mean? Something outside of myself. I would be completely somewhere inside me.
Yeah.
Anything that would take me away from me at any cost, go anywhere but right here.
Yeah, I had this habit of anything that I didn't want to look at too closely, I would just shove it into this dark part of my being that I was just like, okay, that's going in there. And I would do that constantly. So I would do that with discomfort too. Anytime discomfort came up in my being, I'm like, "Oh," adding it to the pile of things that I don't want to look at too closely.
Yeah.
Um, and that was kind of how I managed it. I would just keep it at bay. I would literally pretend that it didn't exist.
Well, yeah, and I just made me think of, again, was the queen of minimalizing, and so since that is what I would do, is minimize whatever discomfort and make it like it's not a big deal, and completely minimize it, and being the premature positive thinker that I was, put something in it to be like, "Oh, but I got this," or premature, "Oh, but I'm so happy." Put on my smile face. Literally stuff it down and prematurely, positively be out in the world, even though there was this undercurrent of uncomfortable that I would keep hidden,
Yeah.
hid. Definitely hid it.
Yeah, I was the queen of dissociating. So I would just dissociate and literally pretend it didn't exist. I'm like, "Ah, that's not what? That's not here. What is that?"
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I kept myself safe.
exactly.
And I mean, that's another thing is discomfort felt unsafe.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like to my body, it would feel so unsafe. And when I would go into that, realizing that it wasn't necessarily always what was coming in the present moment that was making that discomfort feel unsafe. It was being triggered by something that happened in my past. That was really where the unsafety was coming from. So, also learning that sometimes the discomfort wasn't even really what was happening in front of me, but it was a reminder of something that had happened in my past, and my body was reacting to it like it was happening in the present. So
yeah.
there's that too, which is why sitting with it is so important so you can really understand where it's coming from.
Yeah. And I also think, Shanice, when you're talking, it's like I've experienced that as well, but you almost, the longer you sit, it changes. So, because we have all this conditioning and we all do, so it's going to feel scary, it's going to feel unsafe. But if you stay there long enough, it changes it. So, it's just, if we don't give it, we don't give it a blink of time because we're like, oh my God, I got to go. You know what I mean? We didn't stay long enough to see what else it had to, how it would change, how our
Yeah.
views of it would change because
Mhm.
we only gave it a second. It's like you touched your toe in the water. Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah. 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 No, exactly. Exactly. And so we didn't get the lesson or the growth or any of the wonderful things that discomfort has to offer.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what was the shift in perspective, Shanice, for you?
Oh my gosh. So, one of the biggest shifts in perspective, once I started sitting with discomfort and seeing what it was all about, one of the biggest, and I still remember to this day when it came through for me because it was such an aha moment, is I had this preconceived notion that if I was feeling uncomfortable, I was still in like the before. Like I had thought that like if once I'm in the after, and I'm living my best life, I'm not going to have to deal with discomfort. I don't know why I thought that, but I did. And that, oh, if I'm dealing with discomfort, I'm still in this before area of my life. I haven't reached the after. And then I remember one day it came through for me. I'm going to be uncomfortable as long as I'm in any new kind of territory, whether or not it's a territory where I will build the life of my dreams. And so really realizing like, oh my God, I'm going to experience discomfort for the rest of my life, no matter what, as long as I'm doing anything new. As long as I'm doing anything outside of my comfort zone, I'm going to feel uncomfortable, even if it is me living the life I have always imagined for myself.
Yeah.
And that was like a huge, like, holy shit moment for me.
And just having that realization, it changes the level of discomfort. So, what you said here is you're going to have discomfort always starting something new. But having that awareness, it changes the level of that discomfort. Because I think just knowing that I'm going to have some type of discomfort, I'm no longer resisting the discomfort. And my big perspective shift is most of my heavy discomfort was coming from pushing the discomfort away,
Mhm.
not creating a relationship with it, resisting it, distracting it, stuffing it down, whatever it was that I did. So my perspective, yes, I'm going to have some discomfort today, But it's really my majority of my discomfort was pushing the discomfort, resisting the discomfort. So that is a big like aha for me. And that helps me to welcome and have a relationship with discomfort.
Yeah, it
And, you know,
does ease it. You're right, like, not resisting it and accepting the discomfort does ease the extreme level of discomfort. Like, the discomfort is still there, but it's not as high. It's not as, overwhelming. It's a lower level of discomfort that while it still feels uncomfortable, it's not like this huge thing.
yeah, you don't think you're gonna die or let
Mhm.
it take you over, but we do forget. I mean, we have the Unconscious Day series on here for a reason on our podcast because we go unconscious. We're talking about this now. We're very, being in a conscious state right now talking, but we go unconscious because we are human beings here. And so the things we're talking about, we have this awareness, thank gosh, so we can get back to here sooner, but we definitely go unconscious. I know I still resist. I'll still have that reflex to be like, and then I have to remind myself and go conscious again. And again, I will know when I'm unconscious to this by the level of anxiety I'm experiencing because I'm feeling unsafe. The discomfort is bringing up I'm not safe. That will create a lot of anxiety for me, and then I know I'm very unconscious. But I guess at that moment, I need to be unconscious to get back to consciousness. We
Yeah.
need both sides.
Yeah, and discomfort when you're unconscious is way worse than discomfort when
Oh,
you're consciously aware. It's truly like night and day.
yeah,
So the best things you can do when you're feeling discomfort is get super present because
yeah.
that has been the thing that has helped me the most.
And when we didn't do that before, because like we said, well, we would run away from ourselves. So you can't be conscious when you're not fully present. So
Yeah.
that's what was making it so much harder. Our
Mhm.
choice to run actually made the level harder because we weren't staying conscious. Because to stay conscious, you need to stay present and you need to ground inward. You need to
Yeah.
go inward. You're not to distract and all the things that we were doing, which was making us more unconscious, which we just explained being unconscious makes this a lot harder, makes
Yeah.
it a lot more uncomfortable.
Yes. Yes. No, it does. When I welcomed my discomfort, like truly welcomed it in my being and started speaking to my discomfort like a friend coming over to my house, God, that completely shifted my entire perspective of discomfort. Instead of labeling it as wrong or bad or an enemy, I started labeling it as friend, as for me. And it made it just that much sweeter, that much better. Like it's no longer I no longer see it as a bad thing.
Yeah. The relationship and the no judgment and knowing that it's a part of me and it's for me. And also, I'm going to get so much more out of this discomfort. With the message, with the lesson, whatever, by coming with it that way,
Yeah.
and just like instead of gripping, breathing.
Yes. Oh, I love that. Yes. Yes, exactly. And like, and I still struggle with this. I'm not gonna lie. I still struggle with
Yeah, of
this.
course.
But the point is that comfort is no longer the main goal. And
Yeah.
when I'm conscious, I can be aware. It's like, okay, comfort is not my main goal here. But when I go unconscious, I'm like, oh, I just want to be comfortable. Like, I don't want to do anything new unless I am guaranteed to be comfortable throughout the whole thing.
Exactly, exactly. But I think we really hit it on the head here, Shanice talking, knowing that to consciously go through it versus unconsciously, it's so more doable. Like
Mhm.
it's less energy. Like we create so much energy, we can actually get sick over being uncomfortable, right? I know I have. I mean, because I've exerted so much energy resisting and being unconscious to it, and like, oh my God, like I'm not gonna make it. And then, days later get run down because it exerts so much energy. As I know my ego is like really protecting me,
Yeah.
really strong. And I agree, Shanice. For me too, this is something that it's a work in progress. I
Yeah.
will work at this as long as I'm a human being. I
Oh,
know
yeah,
that. It's
for
not
sure.
like, but I love that I have this awareness and know when I am fully conscious that this is so for me. And there is going to be a balancing. I'm going to be going in and out. It's a dance, you know. You go down the river, there's going to be some rocks, there's going to be some uncomfortable. There's going to be some parts that's going to go really fast. There's parts that going to be really slow and I'm going to be really impatient. And then there's going to be parts that's like it's going way too fast. Like it needs to slow the hell down for me. So there's going to be, and you said it to me the other day, we don't need to make it a problem.
We don't need to make it a problem to solve.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what it is. It's like, no, it's not a problem. We look because we have labeled discomfort as a problem and
Mhm.
bad, and stop making it a problem. And that's why I kind of use the analogy of just going down the stream because the stream is not always that great. So it doesn't mean like I'm going down this lovely stream because there are sunny days and there's cloudy days and there's storms and then there's great days. It's exactly like the weather.
Yeah. Yeah. No, truly. Really. And because I've been able to sit with my discomfort and really allow it and not make it into something that I have to fix when I'm conscious, I am able to have more comfort because I sat with my discomfort. Like every time I've sat with my discomfort and allowed it to be, it brought me to a more comfortable place within me where now I feel more confident that I'll be able to handle any discomfort that comes my way from anywhere else. It has built such a level of confidence in me because every time I sit with it and it doesn't kill me, I'm like, "Oh, look at me go." It's truly built such a confidence inside me.
Yeah. And I think that's so relatable to anybody listening that anything we do and challenge ourselves with, it gives us more strength
Mhm.
and more power because we just accomplished something and we have to go into those uncomfortable places to feel that sense of confidence that we can do this. We got
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure. So Lori, what does our relationship with discomfort look like now? After years of emotionalizing this, of really building a relationship with discomfort, what does our relationship to it look like?
Well, for me, the biggest thing is I now know it's temporary.
Mhm.
Like when I'm unconscious, it does feel like it's only me. I'm going to be in this forever, doom and gloom. But I actually know it's temporary. I know both sides of like the comfort is also temporary. So it actually just that temporary, the word temporary, because when I am in this comfort spot, I'm going to enjoy that comfort even more because I know it's temporary and there's going to be some discomfort coming. But I can fully enjoy more my good moments too, because I know everything is temporary. And
Yes.
that has helped me so much not lose sight of and be grateful for all of those amazing comfort days, the sunny days. Like, oh my God, it's 75 and sunny. I know it's temporary,
Yeah.
but I can like get outside, I'll do everything possible. I'll really be in the moment of the comfortable spots, just having emotionalized that I will have discomfort, but it's just very temporary, both sides.
Yes. Same. I love that because it's really just about the moment. I used to grip so hard onto the good times and then run away from the bad times. And now it's really just being accepting of the moment, whatever the moment brings, because it's temporary. And one of the biggest things for me that how my relationship has changed is seeing whatever comes into my present moment, whether it's discomfort or whether it's something else, like seeing it as a teacher, seeing it as a guide, seeing it as something that is here to benefit me, to help me grow in some way. And just allowing it, really just allowing it. That has been my biggest relationship change with discomfort.
Yeah. It's like if it's here, it's got something to tell me.
Mhm.
I mean, it's for a reason. I
Yes.
mean, my dad used to say all the time, everything happens for a reason. I mean, I was brought up with that, which yes, there is a reason. And instead of avoiding that reason, because the uncomfortable part is sometimes knowing the reason too. Because sometimes we don't really want to know the reason or know the outcome, at least myself. But knowing there is a reason and that reason is for us, that helps me. That
Yeah.
really helps me. I think, Shanice, I've come to take in discomfort differently. That's my goal every time I go through discomfort. is try to take it in a little differently because
Mhm.
I think each time, like we always talk about, it's like it's a deeper experience with discomfort. It doesn't go away, but it's like with any relationship you have with anything in life, is to go deeper within that relationship. So for me and discomfort are trying to get deeper with our relationship. We have a love, but we're working on this. We're working on getting closer and
Mhm.
tighter. And I'm learning to trust discomfort, just
Mhm.
like discomfort is learning to trust me. So we are literally, it's a relationship.
The
And
relationship.
yeah, so
Yeah.
it's to me, it's a work in progress, but I do know consciously that discomfort is for me, but I'm still teaching all of me that and securing
Yeah.
my new child that and going, it is for us, stay here, it's okay, I got you, and being strong for, my inner child for that discomfort. It's not, it's been an interesting journey with discomfort, our relationship, but
Yeah.
I've moved from no relationship to like a little relationship to a better understanding of our relationship.
Mhm.
And now I'm just trying to embrace it more and go deeper with discomfort.
Yeah. No, same. Depending on the day, my relationship with this discomfort will look different. Sometimes I'm very open and I'm allowing and I speak with my discomfort, and other days I'm just like, "Really? Discomfort again?" It's like, "No." Not today. And I won't look at it that day. And sometimes that's just what I need. I'm like, I
That's
need a
okay.
break from you.
Mm.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do something else today. We
No.
can talk tomorrow.
And you know what? If we're viewing our relationship with discomfort as a relationship, we can put boundaries to that, like
Mhm.
we do with any relationship. I think the best thing is really viewing it as a relationship,
Mhm.
because then you just look at a healthy relationship and what you would do. And there's days I don't want to talk to you, and there's
Mhm.
days I do, and that's not a problem.
No, no.
And yeah, I can make a boundary. Like, you know what? This is not. I don't want to feel this today. I do want to go distract,
Yeah.
but
Sometimes
I'm
I'm in the
aware
right
you're there.
say sometimes I'm in the right headspace for it,
Yeah.
and then sometimes I'm just not. And
Yes.
I honor that. I don't push myself to be with discomfort if I don't feel like it. I completely honor the mood I'm in that day, the headspace I'm in that day. I honor that and go by that. And
Yeah.
that has been really helpful for me, actually, because then when I'm in the right headspace, I'm like, okay, let's go. And I'll journal through it, or go into nature and like walk it out, whatever it is, which has really helped. It has just improved my relationship with discomfort altogether.
Yeah. I'm glad we're bringing this up because I want people that are listening, we're not saying that, you got to sit in discomfort always and be there. And it's like any relationship, there's going to be a give and take.
Mhm.
And there's going to be, like you said, days you just don't feel like it. And that's perfectly fine. And be fine with that. Don't make that a problem. Just
Yes,
be, I mean, like,
we we're always trying to turn something into a problem, Lori. Always.
yes, I know. We said this the other day, like, that's exactly what I do. Everything is like, am I doing this right? Is this a problem? Like, no, if it feels right for you, do it.
Mhm.
And the goal of this episode is just having the awareness that when you are ready to look into the discomfort, that you can know that it's for you, it's loves you,
Yeah.
it's literally a part of you, and it's not coming to hurt you,
Yeah.
but it feels like it is.
Yeah.
There's where it's like, but it doesn't feel that great.
Yeah, because, we're not always going to want to sit with it. And just because we don't want to sit with it doesn't mean we're pushing it away. So it's okay to take a timeout. It's okay to take a break and then come back at it when we're ready. And we'll know, we'll feel that. We'll feel when we're ready to face it head on.
Yeah. Any relationship, I don't care what relationship you're in, romantically, friends, whatever, all need breaks. We're
Mhm.
not with somebody 24/7 every single second. We have breaks. If I think reframing this as a relationship to one of our parts, which is going to be discomfort, allowing ourselves to have breaks and knowing, as how we talked about earlier, when we said push away, we were saying never coming back to. We're done with you.
Yeah.
And that's not what we're saying now. Our new relationship with discomfort, for me, what has changed, and I know for you too, is I can say, I need a break. I'm definitely coming back to you because I know you have something to tell me. I've
Mhm.
just had a long day. It's like if anybody bombarded me after I had a long day, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be good in a few hours right now.
Yeah.
Please, I need my space. And that's what it is for this. I'm not at a place to feel this discomfort right now. I'll come back to you. So we will come back as before. I think the difference is we wouldn't come back.
No, not at all. We wanted nothing to do with it at all
Exactly.
whatsoever. Whereas
Exactly.
now we see the value in discomfort. And so even if we don't want to sit with it right then and there, we will come back to it because we see that it's a gift because it truly is. It's a gift.
Well, the funny thing is, whether we come back to it, the discomfort will be knocking at the door,
Yeah.
going, "Remember me?" And you were coming back, and I am still here. And it is definitely persistent
Oh
because I
yeah.
know for me when I'm like, "Yeah, I'll get back to ya," and then I'm like, "Let's just keep going,"
Let's just
and
say we
then
will not.
yeah, and then I know I'm alone, and it's like whatever Saturday night I'm by myself, and then it's like all comes in. I'm like, "Yeah, I did say I was getting back to ya."
No, for sure, Lori. For sure.
And it will remind you. So it's a two-way street,
It
this
is.
relationship, but there's 2 of you. So whether you remember to go, because I don't know that I personally am like, "Okay, let's go get uncomfortable tonight," I don't know that I'm fully always feeling that,
Yeah.
but that it does find me again.
Hmm.
And then, it'll hit me up and hit me up and hit me up until I'm like, "All right, let's talk."
Yeah. Yeah. No, no, for sure. For sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, all right. Well, I know we talked about a lot today, Shanice. So let's wrap it up. In this episode, we discussed what led us to emotionalize the importance of being uncomfortable. My dog is fighting to get in the chair. And how it created a shift in perspective that allows us to sit with and embrace discomfort.
Yes. I've loved this episode. This was such a great episode. And if this episode spoke to you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone you think would benefit from it. And thank you guys for listening to Branching In with Shanice.
And Lori, join us for our next episode. We post on Fridays. See you guys then. Bye.